Jared Eichhoff. Again for the Phils, Hernandez, Herrera, Franco, Howard, Rupp, Altair, Paredes, Galvis, and Eichhoff. Jared Eichhoff going for his 10th win of the season. And I guess here on August the 30th, Larry, that's saying a lot given where his season started. He has really recovered never was really on the wrong track, just wasn't getting a lot of run support.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a tough go for him in that regard. Other than that, he's pitched very well, probably the most consistent among all the young starters. Say Hellickson overall has been the most consistent starter for the Phillies, but Eichhoff right behind him, and a chance to pick up his 10th win here. It's not September yet, so I've been impressed with him. I think tonight he's going to have to get ahead of the hitters. It's going to be a key for him, getting ahead and uses his off-speed stuff to put him away.
And you know how to hit Max Scherzer, right?
Well, yeah, just best square it up, barrel it up.
Sounds good to me. Trey Turner leads off. And the first pitch of the ball game is a strike call on the outside corner. It's a fastball from Eichhoff. The keys to the game brought to you by Sunoco. Save 5 cents on every gallon instantly with your Sunoco rewards card. The 0-1. Fouled at the plate. He hit that one down off his foot. 82 degrees. The lights are on. The breeze blowing out tonight here at Citizens Bank Park. We had a pretty stiff wind coming in, knocking some balls down last night, but it's headed the other direction tonight. Did your watch just tell you to stand?
Yes. It didn't really tell me to. It just buzzed me. Actually, no. I'm getting an early start on the 50-50.
Trey Turner is really in some pain right here, walking around and now back into the batter's box.
You got that one solid.
Eichhoff back with the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball got him. And a strikeout. Trey Turner begins things here tonight. Got to bring up Jason Worth.
He's hurting a little bit. But I think Eichhoff there, that's what he's capable of doing. And the one thing that makes it possible what he does is he pitches inside better than almost anybody on this club. He's not afraid to come in there, and he'll let a hitter know he's out there. And I think that is one of the reasons he's going for his 10th win.
Jason Worth, who homered in the first inning last night, his 19th of the season. He's been on a tear for these Nationals, who have a record of 76 and 55. And the pitch is a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Starts him with a fastball at the knees on the outside corner, just as he did Trey Turner. Here's the windup, the 0-1. And that one a little bit wide. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Jason Worth has reached base safely in 54 of his last 55 games. 1-1 the count. The pitch. Strike call. Fastball over the outside corner. Eichhoff at his last start went 6 innings and needed only 71 pitches to do so. The 1-2 pitch way outside. He allowed 2 runs on 4 hits. The 2 runs he allowed came in his final inning on the hill.
And that was where, I mean, I understand Pete's thinking there.
2-2, breaking ball down and away, and the count is full.
Where he'd given up a couple runs, but then got 1, 2, 3, and with just 71 pitches, I know Pete wanted to get him out on a good note. I would like to have seen him gone out there for that next inning, though.
3-2. Worth swings and drives it to center field. Going back into his left is Herrera. He's got a bead on it and will run it down.
Might have been knuckling on him a little bit out there.
It looked like Odubel was stutter stepping a little bit as he was chasing after that one, going back towards right center field.
And then I think he tripped himself a little bit.
So 2 up and 2 down for Eichhoff to begin things here tonight. That'll bring up Daniel Murphy. Phillies have had some first inning troubles. 2 runs allowed last night, a run allowed on Sunday.
Well, and the other thing, Scott, even if they don't give up runs in the first inning,
a ground ball foul, first base side,
they'll generally throw 20 to 30 pitches and just kind of put them behind the 8 ball right out of the chute.
It even happened to Hellickson on Saturday night. He didn't give up any runs, but he threw 22 pitches in the first. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up foul down the third base line, slicing away from Franco, who gives chase but won't get to it. And it bounces right up against the low advertising signage next to the tarp, which remains rolled up on another warm day here in Philadelphia.
Freddie going with the extremes on the footwear. When he comes out for batting practice, he's got those bright neon, I don't know what they are, orangey, pinky red shoes, and now he's got some sparkling white, and it looks like some gold around it.
The 0-2 to Murphy. Swung on and hooked foul down the right side. A curveball there. And Murphy was out in front of it. Yeah, those shoes he's been wearing in batting practice, they look basically the color of, you know, if you get spray paint and you need to mark where somebody has to dig and you want to mark an underground pipe or line
gas
or something.
company. Yeah.
Nice, bright, fluorescent orange. 0-2. Breaking ball hit the other way, and it's going to fall fair just inside the line and slice past Franco, roll down the left field line. He has to chase that ball down from behind. And Daniel Murphy has a whole lot of hits this season, 162 of them. He probably doesn't have too many as ugly as that.
I don't think you can hit a softer double than that. I mean, that hit in the middle of the infield at third base side. But, one of the other things, like, one guy that had success for this club against Murphy was Adam Morgan, who threw him inside, even drilled him. Not that he wasn't trying to, but he did hit him. Nobody else throws him in off the plate. Nobody. I don't. When a guy's hitting 350, don't you want to say, hey, I'm going to let you know I'm out here. I'm not trying to hit you, but I'm going to come in on you. Not for a strike, but just make him aware if you're going to try and get him out of the way.
Here's Bryce Harper, and he swings and drills one to straightaway center, going back on it. Herrera still going back. It's out of his reach, over his head, and one hops the fence. And the Nationals will score here in the first as back-to-back doubles here with 2 outs. Murphy followed by Harper, and it's 1-0 Washington.
There's one I don't agree with, throwing a first pitch fastball right out over the plate for Harper.
75th run batted in for Harper. That's his 20th double of the season.
Well, so much for getting out of the first inning without a run.
Yep. 3 games in a row, 4 of the last 5. The Phillies have given up a run in the first, and 6 of the last 8 games have started with the opposition scoring in the very first inning. And just by way of comparison, the Phillies have scored in none of those first innings.
I don't know if the Phillies have scored in a handful of first innings this year.
Rendon takes high for ball 1.
I would guarantee it's 3 or 4 to 1 to 1, 2, 3 innings versus any other inning.
Anthony Rendon hitting .274 on the season.
Although it has been early innings much better of late with Hernandez at the top.
Next pitch, breaking ball, down and away. The first inning is, well, if you throw out the 9th, of course, which doesn't happen every game, obviously. But if you look at the first 8 innings, the first and the third are tied for the fewest, not total runs, but times scoring. They've scored in 45 first innings this year. 2-0. Check swing by Rendon, and he takes a called strike.
The Phils have?
Yes. By comparison, they've allowed runs in 81 first innings this season.
Wow. That's more than half your games. It's going to be, anyway.
Eichhoff checks the runner at second base.
You watch teams like Washington, the Cubs, and the Dodgers, just look at their approach at the plate. It's tough for the Phils to match up with some of them clubs.
The pitch, and that is low for ball. Larry, let me amend that statement. Both statements, in fact. The Phillies have scored 29 times in the first inning this year.
Okay.
They've allowed runs 46 times in the first innings this year. 3-1. And that's outside, ball 4. It's the inning in which they've been scored on the most. The most times in that inning. It's happened 47 times, I guess, now with today. For a total of 81 runs given up.
I've said this a number of times, maybe not in the last year or so, but I had a pitching coach named Harry Doris, and he used to talk about the first inning and the last inning are like a takeoff and landing on an aircraft carrier. It's the most important, the most crucial.
Here's Wilson Ramos, and he takes a breaking ball that's down and away. Well, Jared Eickhoff up over 20 pitches now here in the first inning. That was his 20th. 2 outs, 1-0 Nationals. Eickhoff with the 1-0. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Galvis to his left. He cannot get there. It's a base hit. Harper will come around third and score. Wilson Ramos with a single right back up the middle has given Washington a 2-0 lead. They start the first inning tonight just as they did last night. '70th run batted in for Ramos. Rupp is out to chat with Eickhoff. Eickhoff,
number 11, first baseman Ryan Zimmerman,
who had the first 2 hitters retired in order, then gave up that flare, kind of an excuse me swing by Murphy. First pitch to Zimmerman is in for a strike.
By the way, wind blowing back out tonight. Blowing straight in last night pretty hard.
1-0 pitch, or 0-1 pitch, pardon me. It's a breaking ball. That's down a little bit low. 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Swing and a drive down the right field line. That's going to be out of play, foul. Zimmerman hitting just .218. It's been an injury-plagued year for the long-time face of the Nationals franchise.
Hey, he's had trouble the last couple of years staying off the DL.
One and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. Up and in.
There you go.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bob Henley coaches at third. Davey Lopes coaching at first for the Nationals. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a pop-up. Right side foul ground. Eickhoff going over. He's under it. He makes the catch. Eickhoff sprinting over there, and he gets there ahead of both Rupp and Howard. And the side is retired, but not before the Nationals scored twice. They do it with 3 hits, and they leave 2. We're going to the bottom of the first. It's the Nats 2 and the Phillies coming up.
Being fearless in business comes from knowing you have the best people working for you. People you can count on to keep your business.
KBD.com. Kelley Blue Book is a registered trademark of Kelley Blue Book Company, Incorporated.
Who has the inside scoop to the latest happenings with the Phillies? Phillies insider Jim Salisbury. That's who. Get all the news Philly fans need to know by following CSN insider Jim Salisbury on Twitter and at CSNPhilly.com.
Angelo Cataldi, mornings 5:30 till 10 on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Get into the swing with a home run payout from the Daily News. You can win $1,000 if your player at bat hits a home run, or $10,000 if it's a grand slam. Plus, every selected contestant wins 2 tickets to a future Phillies game.
And it's easy to play, Scott, even if there ain't a cow in Texas.
That's right, Larry. Just look in the Daily News for the official entry coupon. Podna, play as often as you like. Listen to the Phillies broadcast on 94 WIP or a Phillies radio affiliate for the designated home run payoff hitting tonight. That's going to be in the bottom of the 6th. Cesar Hernandez lines the first pitch deep to straightaway centered field, but it's playable, and Turner drifting back will make the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out for Max Scherzer, who has a 2-0 lead to get his night underway. Nice fielding for a pitcher. 2 on the board before he even steps to the hill. Since he has joined the Nationals, Scherzer is 5-0 with a 1.94 ERA in 7 starts against the Phillies. So to say he has dominated the Phils, that would not be a stretch.
Nope.
Here is Odubel, and Herrera takes a called strike. Clint Fagan has the plate tonight, calling the balls and strikes. Mark Carlson at first. Brian Gorman, second base umpire. He's also the crew chief. Quinn Walcott over at third base. 2-0 Nats. And the 0-1 pitch. That's low. Up. Pardon me. It's at the knees for a called strike. 0-2 the count. Odubel, one of the few Phillies with good numbers against Max Scherzer. Oh, 2 on the way. Way inside.
The top 2 in the lineup, Hernandez and Herrera, 11 for 37 off of Scherzer. But after that, the team is hitting 151 as a whole against Scherzer. Not going to get you a whole lot of runs.
And it hasn't.
Nope.
Scherzer started his windup and then stopped. The guy they need back is Andres Blanco, who's 5 for 10 off Scherzer with a double and a homer. 4 for 8 this year off him. Swinging a foul ball back. 1-2 the count. Blanco just might be activated Friday. Started to feel better with that pin taken out not too long ago in his finger. Scherzer with a 1-2 pitch, and he punches it foul down the left field line. Odubel batting .283 with 13 homers. He has driven in 42 runs. They play him the other way in the outfield. Worth in left, Turner the center fielder, Harper straightaway in right. 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. He got him. So there's the first strikeout for Max Scherzer. And he can rack up his fair share, can he?
228 of them. Leads all baseball.
It's 14-7 on the win-loss column, but every other number is stellar. And again, Cy Young worthy. He has been really good this year. Here's the windup, and the pitch to Michael Franco is swung on and hit back up the middle, but to his left, Espinoza loves it on one hop. He'll throw out Franco, and he is retired on one pitch for Max Scherzer.
Thank you for all your support this year. Plan for plenty of prizes and surprises. Order your tickets now at Phillies.com.
Danny Espinoza leads off here in the top of the second inning. It's 2-0 Washington. It'll be Espinoza, Scherzer, and Turner due up in the inning, as Eichhoff had to face 7 hitters in the first.
And that was after 2 quick outs.
First pitch to Turner is outside for ball 1. Max Scherzer, meanwhile, barely had to throw 7 pitches in the first. 1-0 the count. Espinosa, 20 homers. As this one is up high. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, if the Phillies didn't take their bat off their shoulders, he would have thrown more pitches.
.20 pitch. Swung on and popped up. Foul first base side. This will be out of play.
Ball up that high in this kind of twilight. I'm sure some fans lost sight of that. It looks like they're all standing up. And then they're like, wait, where is it?
Two balls and 1 strike. Eichhoff, hands together, never leaves the rubber, waiting on Espinosa. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. This will hit a chair right down below us. That was coming in hot.
Yep.
So the count 2-2. And the pitch. Breaking ball, that's down low. 3 balls and 2 strikes now on the leadoff hitter, Espinosa. Danny Espinosa has played a real solid shortstop for them this year.
Always known for his glove and his power. This is his average, but if you look at Espinosa, only hitting .223, but 20 home runs, 62 RBI.
3-2 pitch, and he takes a breaking ball to curve for ball 4. And Espinosa draws a walk, leading off here in the second.
Number 31, pitcher Max Scherzer.
That'll give Scherzer a chance to butt him over. Scherzer with 8 sacrifice bunts this season. He squares. The pitch is taken for ball 1. Scherzer does have 10 hits, though, on the season. He's 10 for 58. Throw over to first.
Where's that first pitch that was on the outside corner at the knees?
I guess not at the outside corner at the knees. I don't know.
Not according to Clint Fagan.
1-0. And a foul tip. Scherzer was trying to get out of the way of that. It was up and in, but it's tipped into the mitt of Cameron Rupp. So a fortunate strike. It's 1-1. Franco plays in on the grass at third base. Howard holding the runner Espinosa at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's a bunt popped up over the screen and into the seats. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2, and he punches the bunt foul first base side, and he is a strikeout.
Second one for Eichhoff. Leadoff hitter of the game. He struck out.
Bye, June.
Stop calling me June.
Here's Trey Turner. And a throw over to first. Back with a head first dive is Espinosa. Turner struck out his first time up. Nationals 2, Phillies nothing. Here in the top of the second. Phillies have been shut out here at home in back-to-back games. It hasn't happened in 3 consecutive home games, as Eichhoff throws over to first, since 1983. And that's what the Phillies are trying to avoid here tonight. But their final game of the last homestand, they were blanked by the Cardinals 9-0. Last night, a 4-0 loss. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, and 1 the count. The pitch. Breaking ball just missed outside. Talking about how well Espinosa has played shortstop this season. Trey Turner, of course, a shortstop by trade and acquired last year. And Espinosa was thought to be sort of bridging the gap between Ian Desmond and the coming of Trey Turner. As he takes a curve for a strike, it's 1-2. But Desmond has played well enough that, well, in order to get Turner into the lineup, they've had him in center field.
And Espinosa had played second prior when Desmond was at short, but Espinosa, I think all along, was the better shortstop of the two.
1-2 pitch. Check swing. Foul ball into the seats, first base side, and that's only about 5 rows up from the Phillies dugout. Hopefully everybody all right.
Boy, really good pitch. 1-2. Up and in. He did it to Zimmerman. 1-2.
Another throw over. And back again is Espinosa. Turner waiting on a 1-2 pitch. Here comes a curve, and he popped him up. Back of first, racing over Hernandez into foul territory. He's there, and he's got it. Here's the second out.
I think you can talk to just about any hitter in baseball. You tell him, hey, this guy pitches from the inside corner to off the plate away. They're going to have some problems. Because hitters, if they know you're not coming in, they're so much more comfortable in the box. And if there's a pitcher that they know that will come inside, will buzz the tower every now and then, they're not so apt to go out and try and get those pitches away from them. Now, I can only help but think of two guys, Clemens and Pedro Martinez. They're exceptional pitchers, but.
First pitch to Worth is down low for ball 1. 1-0 the count.
They were never afraid to pitch inside. Martinez, I mean, he was accused of headhunting a lot through his career.
Sure.
He had a pretty good career.
1-0 the count. The pitch. Strike called. Good pitch on the outside corner. Worth lets it go by for a strike. It's 1-1. Eichhoff seems to be one guy who is always trying to learn and apply what folks are trying to teach him. 1-1. Breaking ball. That's in for a strike.
He really studies a lot. The video, watching the hitters, watch what they do, what they've done against them in the past. He's definitely a student of the game, and he wants to get better. All the guys want to get better. You just have to apply it once you get out on the mound.
Spin and a throw over to first. And again, back is Espinosa. Nationals 2, Phil's nothing. Second inning. Jason Worth waits for the 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung on and popped up. Right side of the infield, backing up Howard. He's called off. Hernandez is going to take care of it. That's about 3 feet fair. I mean, that is right next to the foul line, and Howard gets called off by Hernandez, but
Saturday, September 17th, see the Phils take on the Marlins. Get a Phillies aviator hat. It's free for all fans 15 and over. Compliments of hers. Get your friends together and buy your tickets now on Phillies.com.
Ryan Howard leads off, and he takes a breaking ball out wide for ball one. 1-0 the count. It's 2-0 Nats. Max Scherzer back out to work. Howard, Rupp, and Altair do up. Scherzer the wide. Here's the 1-0. And a swing and a miss. Fastball riding in. It's 1-1. One ball and one strike to count. Shift on the infield for the Nats. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away to the left side. One ball, two strikes. Howard, well, he struggled against Scherzer, that's for sure.
You think?
Yeah.
1 for 18.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. 96 on that fastball by Scherzer. Second strikeout for the right-hander.
That 1 for 19 with 12 strikeouts against Scherzer.
Steve McCann talked a little bit before the game today with the media about the fact that Tommy Joseph is going to start playing a little bit more again. Howard obviously had that really hot stretch through the month of August.
Right.
And really saying more about Joseph. He wants to get a further look at Tommy Joseph. Pitch to Cameron Rupp is in for a called strike. Scherzer with a wind in the 0-1. Fouled away. When asked about those numbers that Ryan Howard had against Scherzer and why put him in the lineup, McCann said, well, you know what? It's pretty tough to find many guys with good numbers against Max Scherzer. So when you're sorting through the choices, one of the things, he's a little bit tougher on right-handed hitters than he is on left-handed hitters. Here's the 0-2 to Rupp, and a swing and a miss. Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts. And that'll bring up Aaron Altair. Altair, 241 average with 4 homers. 2-0 Nats. And the pitch is right down the middle for a called strike.
Scherzer got Rupp on that slider. Hitters this year hitting .092 on Scherzer's slider.
0-1. That's down and in. I guess I don't understand quite what that means.
I don't either.
Because he clearly throws sliders that don't end in anything. They don't result in anything. So is it only the sliders he throws that are put in play?
Yeah.
Swing and a foul tip. 1-2. Okay.
Just one more stat.
The 1-2 pitch. Altair takes it. That's down to the dirt. I mean, I'm not saying this in the case of Max Scherzer. Clearly, he's one of the elite pitchers in all of baseball,
right.
But that's one of those numbers you can kind of carve up how you want to. I mean, the guy could throw 40 really bad sliders, but get a guy out with one.
Yeah. True.
2-2. Swing and a miss. There's a good one there. And down on strikes goes Altair, as did Rupp and Howard. 4 strikeouts now for Scherzer. We're through 2. It's 2-0 Washington.
Hi, I'm Tony Luke Jr. Are you hungry? In the mood for a cheesesteak or a roast pork Italian? Well, stop by one of our stores located throughout the Delaware Valley, including Ocean City, Maryland. To find the location...
2-0 Nats lead here in the top of the third. First pitch to Daniel Murphy is down low for ball one. A curveball to start him off. Eichhoff with a 1-0. Ground ball foul. Murphy had the 2-out double. They were playing a pretty good shift on him, and he just sort of slapped one the other way. It bounced before reaching the outfield grass, but it went for a double. This one is lined hard to left, going back. Paredes, he'll reach up and make the grab, cap high. There's one away.
Ball was hit well, but not great. Pretty good pitch by Eichhoff. The thing about Murphy, no matter how nasty a pitch you throw him, he's able to foul everything off. His hand-eye coordination and his focus on the ball is tremendous.
Here's Bryce Harper. The pitch. It is up high. Well, Daniel Murphy obviously closed last season on one of the more unbelievable runs that a hitter has enjoyed in recent seasons, and then went off in the postseason hitting 7 home runs. The 1-0 ground ball foul. Davey Lopes sidesteps that one. But in his last 2 regular seasons combined, Daniel Murphy hit 23 homers. He's got 25 this year.
Wow.
1-1. Swing and a high fly, right field, shallow, going out. Hernandez coming on. Altair makes the call in the catch.
Well, he fooled Harper there. It looked like he actually kind of buckled him on a curveball. Watching Harper, it's like looking at his first at bat, and I watch the replay, and it's almost like he's leaning back in the box. I mean, in the middle of his swing, like his weight is all leaning back, but he still hits a line drive to left. Or was that to center? Yeah, to center.
Here's Rendon. And the pitch to Anthony Rendon is up and away from ball 1. Another chance at a 1-2-3 inning for Eichhoff, and he can use it. Phillies trailed 2-0. Pitch swung on and lined towards center. Coming on Herrera. He's there. He's got it. Hard hit, but there's out number 3. 1-2-3 inning. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd. 2-0 Washington.
Just by visiting www.phillies.com/Springsteen.
Jimmy Paredes leads off and takes a strike from Max Scherzer. 2-0 Nationals. Because if he does a 3-hour show, you don't have to think about getting up and going to work the next day.
Hey, even if he doesn't do a show, I'm going to think about it.
The 0-1 is fouled into the Phillies dugout. You'll be working the next day.
That's right.
But not here.
Not here. That's right.
You'll be seeing these same 2 teams, however. The Phillies will be on the road in Washington that weekend.
Yeah. Miami, Washington.
0-2 pitch is down low. No, the Phillies at Washington.
Oh.
That's what the game is next weekend.
Well, I guess I will be there.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss.
It's 5 out of the last 6 gone down on strikes. Well, it's 5 out of 7 total.
Geico's scoreboard tonight. Well, they waited until the 8th inning to put any runs on the board last night in that big game in New York, but they didn't waste any time tonight. 2 for Miami in the first, 3 for New York. Asdrubal Cabrera, his 17th home run for the Mets. It's 3-2, top half of the 3rd inning now at Citi Field.
Those 2 teams tied for second.
Here's Freddie Galvis, and he takes a called strike. 0-1 the count. Next pitch, a little bit tight. They're both 9 back of the Nationals. They're both 2.5 back of the Cardinals in the wild card race. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Breaking ball down and in. And it's 1-2. Cardinals in action a little bit later on tonight at Milwaukee. They'll have Adam Wainwright on the hill. They want to. Dribbler foul left of the plate. Adam Wainwright, who's celebrating a birthday today. Big day for baseball birthdays. This was Tug McGraw's birthday. Born on this date, 1844.
And Stairsy has a big day today. It's not a birthday.
This was the anniversary of the Phillies acquiring Matt Stairs.
Yep.
1-2, check swing. It's down low. Two of your other favorite Phils, former Phils, were born on this day. Marlon Byrd and Cliff Lee. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. It was also Ted Williams' birthday. Throw a Hall of Famer in there.
Yeah. Wow.
That is 5 strikeouts in a row, 6 total. He's got 8 up and 8 down. So Jared Eichhoff is probably going to hit a home run.
Well, there's been a few games this year where it's the pitcher's gotten the first hit of the game.
2-0 Washington, and Scherzer into his wind, and the pitch to Eichhoff. Swung on and popped up.
He's able to put it in play at least.
Left side, and no one is under it. In foul territory, he makes the catch, and the side is retired. Scherzer cruising early. 9 up and 9 down. He's perfect.
And Scherzer's capable.
Yes.
He's capable of spectacular outings. Wilson Ramos' first pitch that he takes, and it's a strike. 0-1. An RBI single for Ramos back in the 2-run first for the Nationals as Ramos continues his outstanding season, a career high 70 runs batted in. The 0-1 stays high, breaking ball, and it's 1-1. Wilson Ramos with 20 home runs on the year, one of 4 Nationals with at least 20 home runs, and Jason Worth has 19. Here's the 1-1. Line shot hooked foul into the seats, a little beyond the tarp. And it's 1-2. Should Worth get that 20th home run, the Nationals will become one of only 2 major league teams with 5 20 home run hitters. The other, those Baltimore Orioles, who know a thing or two about going yard.
Ooh. If Worth gets a home run tonight or tomorrow, it'd give him 8 for the month of August, the most he's had with the Nationals in any month.
1-2. Some chin music high and tight. 2-2 on Ramos. So they have a deep lineup, and you don't even count Trey Turner's part of that. He hasn't been here the whole year, but he's certainly added some speed at the top of the lineup. They're going to score some runs, one would imagine, come playoff time. The 2-2 misses low and away, and now it's full on the Nationals catcher. I think really the key is they want to have Harper going once the playoffs start. He seems to be warming up.
Yep.
And Strasburg and his health as he's on the DL through bullpen session here yesterday and reportedly felt fine. They're expecting him back pretty soon. The payoff pitch, swing and a miss. Eichhoff taking something off.
There was a slider there, and he's really been away from his slider, and it's almost like Halladay did with his curveball. He keeps it in his back pocket. He uses his curveball a lot more now, but he's still got that slider in situations.
It's his 3rd strikeout of the game, and now Ryan Zimmerman to the plate. Yeah, Eichhoff's been sort of in different kinds of segments of the season featuring different pitches.
Right.
As his first delivery to Ryan Zimmerman is taken high and away. He had the curveball early, then went to the slider for a long stretch of games there in the middle, and now back toward the curveball. But it's nice to have different options.
No question.
Big right-hander rocks and deals 1-0, and that's right down the middle for a strike. Zimmerman popped up in foul territory, and Eichhoff made the catch over toward the Phillies dugout back in the first inning. That ended the first. The 1-1 just misses outside. 2-1. Tough year for Zimmerman, twice on the disabled list, once with a rib injury and then most recently with a wrist. And he's 1 for 21 in his last 6 games. His average down to 218 for the season. The 2-1 is high and tight. This could turn out to be the best Nationals team that they've had since moving to Washington, and the guy who was the face of the franchise for so many years having his worst season.
I think Trey Turner coming up has made them better than they've been before.
Yeah, he's added energy, speed. The 3-1 misses high and inside, ball 4. And Jared Eichhoff has just issued his 3rd free pass of this game, and that's news. He had only walked 6 hitters in his last 8 starts.
Yep.
His season high for walks in a game 4 at Toronto, in a game in which he threw 6 shutout innings. Only the 4th time all year he's walked as many as 3 hitters in a start. Danny Espinosa stands in, takes the first pitch. It's high and away, ball 1. So Eichhoff having his command waver a bit here. Espinosa walked his first time up. Another of the 20 home run hitters for the Nationals as Eichhoff misses badly low and away with his second pitch, and now it's 2-0, and Rupp is going to go out and have a word with his pitcher. You know, we haven't seen this too much from Eichhoff. When he struggles, he'll get hit occasionally and have an inning where, but his command usually isn't the issue like this, where he's missing the strike zone.
No. 37 strikes, 29 balls, and that's the thing. The pitch count, again, something that been a little bit of concern, I think, for the young pitchers. A lot of pitches in few innings.
Yeah, he was in the mid-40s after 2, so it was going to be a struggle. He did have a quick 1-2-3 third, but now throwing quite a few pitches again here in the 4th. The 2-0, swinging a line shot toward right. Back goes Altair. He leaps. It's off his glove and then the wall and in play. Heading to third base is Zimmerman. Holding on at first is Espinosa.
He mistimed his leap.
Yeah, he was basically coming down, almost landing, and by the time the ball glanced off his glove, and all hands safe, first and third, with still only 1 out. It is a base hit for Espinosa. Yeah, the ball was smoked.
Boy, if he comes up with that, they got an easy double play ball, I think, because Zimmerman was just at second base already, and that ball went off his glove.
And he's starting to come down just as the ball glanced off the very tip of the webbing of his glove.
Jumps a split second later. I think he might come up with it.
So now it's Max Scherzer with 2 on and 1 out. A throw over to first base, and Espinosa's back in. We'll see if Scherzer is bunting here. He has been successful 8 times this season, sacrificing. He's hitting 169. He's driven in 7 runs. Might have him swing away. We'll see. No, he squares the pitch. Bunted. First base side. It trickles foul for strike 1.
Safety squeeze as that ball was going down the line. Zimmerman headed to the plate.
Scherzer could not get the bunt down his first time up and ended up striking out. As he stares down at Bobby Henley in the third base coach's box to get his signs. Darkness upon us already, L.A. here.
Yep.
Another thrower to first base. Espinosa back.
Espinosa's got 8 steals and 9 tries.
Let's see what they try here with a count of 0-1. Espinosa off of first. Zimmerman off of third. Squaring is Scherzer. He bunts it first base side. A little hesitation. Now Eichhoff gets to it. Bumps into Howard. His throw to Hernandez in time. Coming home to score is Zimmerman.
Don't you know that? I mean, that's what they're trying to do. You got to be. Howard's got to be charging. I mean, as soon as he starts going to the plate, you got to charge it.
So it's a sacrifice for Scherzer. Gets the RBI as Zimmerman comes home to score. Down to second base, Espinosa. It's 3-0 Washington.
I think part of it, I don't think Howard wants to handle the ball there, and that's part of the reason why he's not charging as hard as he should be. Another one is, I think that was a fastball, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Thigh high down the middle. It's an easy pitch to bunt. You just.
So now 2 outs for Trey Turner. Runners at first, or runner at second, I should say, as the pitch is taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Turner 0 for 2 in this game. The Nationals manufacturing a run there. Adding a run to their total. 3-0 lead. And the pitch taken for a strike. It's 0-2. Turner didn't like that call. He looks back, shakes his head at Clint Fagan. Rookies don't usually do that and either get a call on the next pitch or two, or even the rest of that game.
Yep.
Umpires don't like it when any player does it, but especially when it's a young player. Trey Turner, 23 years old, his first full year, or not even full, but will be his first registered year. The 0-2 is inside. He skips out of the way, and it's 1-2. He'll break the rookie barrier this year, one would imagine, as he'll stay with the Nationals. I think LA for the rest of the year.
I would say so. Another good 0-2 pitch in off the plate. The belt.
Has a 7-game hitting streak. The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball pulled foul behind third. Glances off the tarp down the line. Still 1-2 on Turner. He struck out his first time up. Fouled out to Hernandez in the second. Been on base in 19 consecutive games. Espinosa off of second base, and the 1-2 is outside and low. And so Eichhoff, next pitch will be his 75th of the game here in the 4th inning. Staring in at Rupp for the sign. Finally, they are in agreement. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the pitch. Breaking ball stays high, according to Fagan. And the count goes full. Maybe Turner got the call after all.
Maybe.
I thought anything close and he would be out. That might have been high, but it was close.
Very close.
Apparently Fagan doesn't hold grudges. So the count at 3-2 as Eichhoff tries to limit the damage here in the 4th. And the pitch. Swing and a line drive to right field. That's going to fall for a base hit in front of Altair. To third base is Espinosa. He's coming home. Here's the throw. The play at the plate. A big collision. Rupp hangs on. And he's out. Espinosa trying to run him over. But Cameron Rupp's seen that before. He's a big, tough guy, and he hangs on in the big collision. And the inning is over. Altair will get the assist. And the Nationals done here in the 4th. They do score a run. 2 hits in the inning and 1 man left. So the bottom of the 4th to go. 3-0 Washington.
It's the Toyota RAV 4th inning, Phillies fans. And
run at the plate in a big collision. Espinosa and on Rupp as Cesar Hernandez takes the first pitch from Max Scherzer. Outside ball 1. That was an avoidable collision, it looked like to me in the last replay we saw.
Yeah, like he went in there trying to throw his hands up into Rupp's neck.
1-0 is a strike called. Not that Cameron Rupp minds. You kind of get the feeling he likes collisions. Well, football mentality.
I'd like to see him have the ball a split second sooner, though, so he could brace himself. And
1-1. Swinging a pop-up foul territory behind third. Not much hang time, and it will make the first row of the seats. Rendon over the try there, but just couldn't get there in time. So it's 1-2 on Hernandez, who first ball swinging hit a fly ball well to center field in the first. Easily the best hit ball for the Phillies in this game so far. There have been many hit balls by the Phillies so far. Here's the 1-2. That's down low. Max Scherzer. A couple of no-hitters last year. Very close to a perfect game. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a ground ball smack to the right side. Reaching for it. Murphy off balance throw in time to get Hernandez. That's a good play by Murphy against a speedy base runner. Murphy not known for his defensive ability.
Nope.
But got it done there. And there's one out. Remember that one.
Yeah, that was not an easy play, and Murphy made it a little tougher. Almost tripped himself, I think.
Yeah, he did stumble as he was making that throw. So now Odubel Herrera. With one out here in the fourth. Herrera struck out his first time up. The first pitch is low, gets past Ramos all the way back to the backstop. It's 1-0. Herrera does have 6 hits in 20 career at-bats against Scherzer. He's had success against the Nationals, too, this year. The 1-0. Swing and a ground ball right side, handled by Zimmerman. He'll flip to Scherzer, covering in time. Another nice play as Zimmerman ranging to his right. Makes the backhand stab. 2 outs. They're flashing some leather here in the fourth.
And you start seeing that in the middle innings with a guy that's got a no-no going, and kind of look at those things like you said. Remember that one. Remember both those now. 2 nice defensive plays.
Michael Franco will try to break it up here. 2 outs in the fourth. He grounded to short, swinging at the first pitch in the first. Scherzer winds. And the first pitch, swing, and here's a drive toward right center field. Not very deep. On the run, the right fielder, Harper, he'll get there in time. It hung up in the air, just enough time for Harper to run under it. And Scherzer has gone 12 up and 12.
1.5 back in the race for the division. Citizens Bank, the next time you have a question about money, don't keep it to yourself. Ask a citizen.
Jason Worth leading off for the Nationals against Jared Eichhoff. Swings in the first pitch. It's a fly ball to shallow center. Breaking back was Herrera, now in, and he'll get there to make the catch. And shallow left center. One pitch, and Worth is out. Don't see Jason Worth retired on one pitch all that often.
Every now and then he'll try and come up there and ambush you. Not that time.
So 1 out. Now Daniel Murphy will step in. Max Scherzer has used 39 pitches to get through the first 4 innings of this one. Jared Eichhoff will throw his 78th pitch with his first offering to Daniel Murphy. So doing the math, basically twice as many pitches for Eichhoff. And his first delivery is on the inside corner for a strike to Murphy. It's 0-1. Murphy started the rally in the first with, you can't even call it a bloop double. It was so softly hit, just flare down the left field line. Now he pulls this one foul off the screen in front of the camera, well beyond the Phillies dugout. It's 0-2. Then he hit a line shot, of course, his next time up for an out. That's the way this game works. Eichhoff not working quite as quickly here tonight, at least these last couple innings. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a fly ball hit to right field. Barely moving. Aaron Altair now he'll take a step or two in and to his right. He'll reach up and make the catch. Murphy out. 2 outs. And now Harper.
Right fielder Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper with the RBI double in the first. He popped up to right in the third. And now has 7 runs batted in his last 6 games. And he's been on base in 17 straight as he takes the first pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. He had a stiff neck, which caused him to miss 3 games. And ever since coming back from that, he's been looking more like the Bryce Harper of last year. The 0-1. Big swing and a miss. Fooled there.
Another good curveball.
It's 0-2. Last year, all the talk was Harper or Mike Trout. You're not hearing that talk this year. There's other players who are having great years. Mike Trout's just churning out another spectacular season. Here's the 0-2. Swinging and a line drive to right. Not hit that hard. Again, Altair barely having to move. One step to his left to reach up and make the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Jared Eichhoff.
Now at Phillies.com.
Ryan Howard, Cameron Rupp, and Aaron Altair set to face Max Scherzer here in the bottom of the 5th. Right-hander with the pitch, and it's high and tight to Howard. Ball 1. Scherzer. He's retired all 12 batters he's faced so far. He has fanned half of them. Shift on for Howard. And the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Second baseman playing in shallow right. And Murphy out there. Espinosa over on the second base side. Scherzer winds the 1-1. Fouled off as it dribbles back toward the Phillies dugout. It's 1-2. Ryan Howard getting the start, but probably happy to see his name in there. And then, oh yeah, it's Scherzer pitching. And his numbers against Scherzer, which you guys talked about, tell the story there. He has not exactly had him in his book. The 1-2, and that drops low and away. 2-2 to Howard. Max Scherzer with the 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss. And Howard has gone on strikes for the second time here tonight.
7 for Scherzer overall. He didn't have a strikeout last inning.
No. Three guys put the ball in play, which I guess is you crawl before you walk. He struck out 20 against his former team, the Tigers, back on May the 11th. After the game, he was asked, what gives you more of a charge, a no-hitter or striking out 20? And after being forced to make a choice, he said striking out 20. Rupp stands in now. And the pitch is low and away. Not too many guys who can actually make the call on that, LA.
Yeah, really.
I mean, a no-hitter and a couple of them last year, and then in a separate game this year, striking out 20. He is capable, obviously, of dominance, and he has been dominant so far tonight. That 20 strikeout game, he allowed 6 hits, a couple of runs. The 1-0 to Rupp. Swing and a foul ball back to our right into the seats. Rupp struck out his first time up. He has 4 career hits against Scherzer in 16 at-bats. One of them a home run. Rupp taking his time getting back into the batter's box. You have a pitcher rolling like he is. Not a bad idea to try to interrupt his rhythm a little bit.
No question.
The 1-1, and that bounces to the plate and off the glove of Ramos back toward the screen.
You get a guy that gets in a groove like this. I think, as soon as he starts his windup, step out, ask for time, but they don't give it to you. So what? But it might disrupt him, might get him a little upset, take him out of his game.
Rupp being a catcher, understands that. Here's the 2-1. And that one misses low and away. Ball 3. A rare 3-ball count here tonight. So Rupp in a good hitter's position here. Scherzer winds, kicks, and delivers, and it is low. Ball 4. The Phillies have their first base runner of the game.
Won't be perfect tonight.
No perfection. Rupp to first, and now Aaron Altair. Well, now the perfect game is gone. Might as well take care of the no-hitter, maybe even the shutout.
Why not?
Yeah. Easy for us to say. Right? Altair was struck out his first time up, getting his first look at Max Scherzer in person, at least to face him here tonight. Scherzer has started at least 30 games, 7 consecutive seasons, on his way to making that 8, it appears. His pitch is low and inside Altair. Hopefully he stays healthy. Don't want to
Well,
jinx him there, but boy, has he been a warhorse.
That's the thing. How valuable it is knowing that you have one guy out there that you know he's a horse. He's going to give you innings.
Occasionally throw a no-hitter.
Yeah, punch out 20.
Yeah. Pretty darn good pitcher. But here's the 1-0. Swing and a high fly ball to center field. Way up there, but plenty of room for Trey Turner. He's staggering it, now moving to his left, and he'll make the catch. Altair, he is retired 2 away.
Just under that, he got to pitch a fastball right down the middle at the knees, but just a hair under it.
And he attacked it.
Yep.
And now Jimmy Paredes. Up still at first. Paredes, another of the strikeout victims, his first time up. The other thing that is amazing about Max Scherzer is he won his Cy Young Award before he got his first complete game.
Yeah, that's right.
It's amazing. He was a guy known early in his career for throwing a lot of pitches and not getting necessarily as deep into games as you would like. He certainly changed that. Pitch to Paredes is fouled back to the screen. In fact, this year he's right up there near the top and getting at least 7 innings into games. "17 times he's thrown at least 7 innings this year. 0-1. Paredes, the switch hitter, batting left. And the pitch to him, swing and a ground ball smacked to second. Step to his left for Murphy, easy play as he throws to first, and the side is retired. Well, the perfect game goes by the boards. The walk to Rupp, but the no-hitter is still intact. A walk and one
will be in the International League, so he could officially accept the award, or do you think he's all right being up here?
I mean, he's here. He probably figured he might as well stay here.
First pitch curveball to Anthony Rendon to lead off here in the 6th. It's 3-0 Washington. Max Scherzer, a no-hitter through 5 innings tonight. Only 1 base runner for the Phillies. Cameron Rupp, a 1-out walk in the 5th.
You would think this would be Eichhoff's last inning also at 85 pitches.
And his spot due up in the bottom half of this inning.
Right.
Swing and a miss by Rendon. Nothing at 2 to count. Eichhoff with the 0-2. Breaking ball. That's down low. Eichhoff started the night as the Phillies' innings leader on the season. 155 2/3. 1-2 pitch is up high. Jeremy Hellickson just behind him. Remember, Hellickson was skipped in 1 turn of the rotation tonight. Jared Eichhoff making his 27th start. Hellickson will be just 1 behind him. His next start will be number 27. 2-2, and there's a called 3rd strike. A fastball from Eichhoff. That one was up a bit, but it's the call for out number 1.
Be interesting to see next year. It looked like, I mean, when these guys are bent over, they look high, but when they stand up, the ball's actually below their belt. It'll be interesting.
Well, maybe their watch told them to stand.
Perhaps. But if they change the strike zone, and I just think it's tough enough for the umpires the way it is. Are you going to change it? I don't know.
There's Wilson Ramos, and he takes a curve down low for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Ramos 1 for 2, had an RBI single back in the 1st inning. Eichhoff with a 1-0. That's a strike call, and it's 1-1. Play Ramos to pull on the infield. Eichhoff with the 1-1 pitch, swing and a ground ball, pulled foul, 3rd base side. This is the spot for Eichhoff here, 6th inning, 3rd time through the order, 90 pitches, which has been kind of the danger zone for him this year.
But I do think that last start where he gave up 2 in the 6th, but then settled in and got 1, 2, 3 after that really helped him.
Curveball that misses high. Because get a little more break on that. It's 2-2.
Kind of stuff will get in your head when you have a situation where you go through a few games or a number of games where you have trouble at the same point in time. You can't help but think about it when you're out there, and that makes it even tougher.
2-2. Ground ball towards short. Galvis to his right. He's got it. Plenty of time. Ramos, the runner.
The jogger.
Throwing him out. Yes, he's not built for speed, is he?
Nope.
But he's built.
He is built. He can hit.
First baseman, Ryan Zimmerman.
That brings up Ryan Zimmerman. The pitch is up high. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, breaking ball. That's in for a strike. 1-1 the count. Two down in the inning. Eichhoff deals. And another curve, and that's over for a strike. It seems like we've seen that curve a lot more tonight than we have in some recent starts.
Yeah. When you have a feel for it like he does right now, it's a tough pitch to hit.
1-2, swing and a high pop up into center field. Herrera to his right. He's calling for it. He'll make the catch. And there's a 1-2-3 inning for Jared Eichhoff. If that indeed finishes off, he have a hit yet tonight. And Galvis will be hitting for Marva Milbourne of Vineland, New Jersey, and a swing and a miss. At the first pitch, it's 0-1. Galvis, a pinch hitter, as Tyler Goodell waits in the on-deck circle. And the 0-1. Tapped foul, and looked like that one got a piece of the catcher, Wilson Ramos. And the plate umpire, Clint Fagan, is going to walk a new baseball out there to Max Scherzer. Well, that got Ramos and Fagan. Might have gotten Fagan worse than it got Ramos.
Yeah.
It just got Ramos first.
Give Ramos a collarbone or shoulder. Well, deep breaths.
Freddie Galvis struck out his first time up. Scherzer with 7 Ks on the night. The 0-2. Swung on, line, deep to right field. That's going to be in for a base hit. First hit of the game for the Phillies. Larry, you owe me $1. Galvis on his way to second with a double.
I'm pretty sure I said no.
Oh, right. Really, send $1 to Marva Milbourne, will you?
All right.
She'll get 2 free tickets to a future Phillies game. So the Phillies have their first hit of the night off of Scherzer. And here comes Tyler Goodell. The Phillies are trailing this one 3-0. And Tyler's going to hit for Glenn Purnell of Camden, New Jersey. And Tyler Goodell, who is a 1 for 3 against Max Scherzer.
I know they're down 3, but at this point, you just got to think about whatever I do, I got to get that runner over.
Galvis' 23rd double of the year, and Goodell a swing and a miss. Tyler Goodell, the one hit he has off Scherzer is a home run. Oh, and 1 the count. Scherzer ready. Here's the pitch. Outside. Well, Scherzer likes that slider. Not only that, that fastball that runs away from the right-hand hitters.
The cutter.
Yep. Almost think about closing up and hitting it the other way.
That first slider he swung at, he pulled off it. He was opened up. That's not what how you try and hit a ball to the right side. And you don't want to try and just hit a dribbler. You want to try and drive it in the gap in right center, but you have to think that area, that direction.
1-1 the count. And time called just as Scherzer started to deliver.
See, I think that's ideal. Break up his rhythm. Like when he's looking back at second, step out.
1-1 fouled back. This is off the catcher, and then it somehow makes its way over the screen and into the seats. The Phillies have gone scoreless in their last 25 innings here at home. This will be just the 60th pitch tonight for Max Scherzer. He comes set. Goodell pinch hitting here for Eichhoff. And the 1-2 in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. But a tough go for Tyler Goodell. 192 average, just 1 for 17 as a pinch hitter. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Galvis out there at second base. He takes a huge lead, and now cutting in behind the runner, and the pitch coming home, and the pitch is lined towards left, but it'll be caught by Jason Worth, and Galvis will be staying put at second base there. Boy, a lot of daylight. Sure. Murphy cut in.
Scherzer's looking at him when he threw the pitch too. And Murphy and Galvis are both standing at second base. You got the whole right side open. Of course, I guess you're not thinking about hitting it to the right side, but man.
Well, 1 away, and that'll bring up Cesar Hernandez. He's going to bat for Tanya Napoli of West Berlin, New Jersey. Well, the Phillies do have their 2 best hitters against Scherzer up here with the man in scoring position as they try to get a run across.
That's why it's important to hit that ball to the right side. Now, 2 strikes, I can't fault Goodell, but I didn't see the effort the first couple pitches for strikes to get him over.
A foul ball off the bat, third base side.
Here's tonight's attendance, 16,378.
3-0, Nationals lead it. Oh, 0-1 the count. If you'd like to play in the home run payoff inning, grab a copy of the Daily News. Fill out the official entry coupon and send it in. Scherzer, a long look to second. And the 0-1 swing and a ball pulled foul, first base side. Hernandez tonight is fly to center. He's also grounded out to second. Slow tapper that was fielded nicely by Murphy in a bang play at first to retire Cesar. Nothing at 2. The man at second, they really slow up on the sides here. Scherzer now has the one he wants. Looks back at second base, the 0-2, and it's low. Scherzer, who struck out 6 of the first 8 batters of the game. But he's getting a little more contact going, but just the 1 hit so far. One and 2. The pitch. Way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Michael Marriott ready to pitch the 7th for the Phils.
Eichhoff ends up with 97 pitches. His 6 innings of work. 60 strikes.
Galvis again getting a big lead and takes off. Now Scherzer a spin move. They've got him in a rundown. And he'll flip it back to Espinoza, who chases him towards third. Now to Rendon. Back towards second. He'll put the tag on Freddie Galvis, who is caught stealing 1-6-5 for the second out.
Well, that was awfully close to a balk where he picked that leg up. Looked like he put his foot down right in front of him and then spun around. To see that again.
Wow.
I mean, you pick that leg up and you put it down in the direction of home plate.
He did move a bit, I guess just enough to avoid that being a balk.
Yeah.
2-2 on the way. Swing and a pop-up down the left field line. This one towards the rolled-up tarp. Rendon giving chase, but it's into the seats.
Was that 156 or 165?
1-6-5. Bottom of the sixth inning. 3-0 Nationals. Scherzer with the windup and the 2-2 pitch to Hernandez. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Phillies get their first hit, but that is all. No big winner in the home run payoff inning tonight. We'll have another one for you tomorrow night.
In the fourth, after a one-out walk, he came around to score on a base hit. Or I'm sorry, on a sacrifice bunt by Scherzer. Scherzer's been dominant. Again, 67 pitches through 6 innings. Eichhoff goes 6, gives up 5 hits, 3 runs, struck out 4, walked 3. Bills down 3-0 here, going to the 7th.
Danny Espinoza will lead off, and Michael Marriott takes the hill. Espinoza, Scherzer, and Turner due up in the inning. Here's the first pitch to Espinoza, a breaking ball that's in for a strike. Last year, Max Scherzer had a perfect game bid going, but it was broken up by Freddie Galvis with a double to right field in the 6th inning. Tonight, he breaks up a no-hit bid. The 0-1 ground ball foul, first base side. Also with a double to right, also happening in the 6th inning. Espinoza is 1 for 1. He has walked and singled. Marriott set of the letters. The 0-2 swing and a foul tip hung onto by Rupp. There's one away. Well, Michael Marriott pitched last night and looked very sharp. That after an inning in New York, which didn't go so well over the weekend. Here's Max Scherzer. The pitcher is 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sacrifice bunt. He has driven in a run. A safety squeeze bunt back in the 4th inning. First pitch to him is a called strike. It's 0-1. The pitch fouled away to the right side. You know, Galvis getting thrown out there, caught stealing. Obviously trying to make something happen, trying to get to third base before there were 2 outs, so Hernandez could drive him in without that base hit. The 0-2 pitch. Scherzer swings. It's a comebacker speared by Marriott. Scherzer gets about 40, maybe 35 feet out of the batter's box up the line before turning and heading back to the dugout. It reminded me of the play on Friday night in New York in which Aaron Altair's, the Phillies were thinking about maybe mounting a rally in the 8th inning, but Altair was thrown out. Going from second to third, he was the out at third base. it took a great play by Asdrubal Cabrera to get him over there at third after Reyes charging in on the swinging bunt had overrun the ball as Turner takes inside for ball one. Talking with the skipper afterwards, and what do you tell a young player in that spot? Well, I like his aggressiveness. Most, 9 times out of 10, he's going to be at third base on that play.
Right.
Next pitch is down low, but so I can't really fault him for that. It was kind of an unusual play. It doesn't really happen that often. But at the same time, if you're down 4 or 5 runs, you got to be a little more conservative on the bases because base runners are paramount. 2-0. Swung on line to right. There's a base hit.
I think one of the other things with this ball club is that you have to understand it. You're not talking about an offensive powerhouse. So on plays like that, and I know what Pete's saying, 9 out of 10 times, he's going to be safe. With this offense, you got to be right 10 out of 10 times. I think that's more what Pete was saying. Is that if there's, you don't want to take away their aggressiveness, but at the same time, they have to be smart, and they cannot run into outs on the bases.
Here's Jason Worth, and the runner goes right away. It's a pitch out, throw to second, and he's out at second base. And Rupp guns down Trey Turner. That looked pretty close there at second.
Only the 4th time he's been thrown out in 21
I'm not
tries.
so sure he was thrown out. They're asking the Phillies to stay put. Jason Worth right away at the plate was telling the plate umpire, hey, wait a minute. And we're getting a look at it now. I don't think he was out.
It was a high throw, which shouldn't be high on a pitch out, and it was very high.
And it looks like they're going to challenge the call. Trey Turner has one of those sliding guards on his left hand to protect his wrist, and it covers the hand. It's a big black pad and big oven mitt over there, and it was a little bit hard to tell exactly when it touched down on the bag, but I do think he was safe.
When did they start wearing mittens?
Yeah, it seems a little warm for that still. While they review this, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the Phillies Radio Network.
94 WIP FM HD1 Philadelphia. Powered by Tasty Cake, Philadelphia's sports leader. And the home of the Phillies. Sports Radio 94 WIP.
Scott Fransky alongside Larry Anderson with you. Jim Jackson here. Our engineer Mike Tuberosa in the booth with us tonight. And they are challenging the call at second base. Brian Gorman said that Turner was out.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to tell, and maybe on a different monitor, bigger monitor, better monitor, I don't know, but you might be able to see that black pad on his left hand, whether or not it got down on the bag. And we got a call now from New York. He is safe.
Just for wearing a mitten, he should be out.
So Turner has not been thrown out for the 4th time this year. Even on a pitch out, Trey Turner can steal a bag.
This was not a good throw. If he throws it waist high instead of head high, he's out.
So 1 minute and 20 seconds to appeal that call and overturn it. And now Jason Worth at 1 ball and no strikes. Nationals looking to add on to their lead. It's 3-0 Washington. And Marriott delivers, and the pitch is popped up. On the infield, Cesar Hernandez waiting for it. And makes a two-handed catch. And the side is retired. So no runs, a hit. A man left.
Runs.
Odubel Herrera will lead off. And the first pitch to Odubel is in there for a called strike. Unsurprisingly, Max Scherzer returns to the mound for the bottom of the 7th. That was his 68th pitch of the ball game here in the 7th inning. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. A ball in the dirt. It's 0-2. They've gone to the bottom of the 6th inning in New York. It's 4-2 now. Mets leading that game as they try to overtake the Marlins in the standings. Cardinals playing at Milwaukee. No score. Top of the 5th inning. Giants will be later on. They host Arizona. They're the wild card leaders.
Was that a snow out in Colorado?
I hope not. 0-2. It's outside. Was it?
I don't know if it was snow, but I know they got just flipping through channels that have the news that they all kinds of sleet and hail out there. It just
Well, it is like, I don't know, like a mile high in the air or something like that. I mean, it's like it's at altitude.
Coors Field.
1-2, broken bat, one hopper, diving Murphy. He's got it from his knees, throws wildly towards the camera well, and Odubel Herrera is aboard to start the inning.
A heck of a stop by Murphy. A great play to get that ball, but just from his knees throws and just blindly nowhere in the vicinity of first base. All Zimmerman could do is stand there and watch to see where it was going to go.
Well, Murphy has certainly never been lauded for his defense. He has worked pretty hard at it.
He knew it as soon as he threw it, too. I mean, as soon as the ball left his hand, he was upset.
Maikel Franco, the batter. Phillies trailing 3-0. That's just the second hit of the game for the Phils. Scherzer ready. And a pitch. Swung on and popped up. Third base side. Into foul ground goes Rendon. And he makes the catch. Has he seen more than 3 pitches tonight?
I don't know.
Or is it?
That was a cookie. He pulled off it. I'm baffled at the number of early swinging. That was, to me, a good pitch to go after. It was up a little bit, 93 fastball, and right in the middle. And Franco got himself out on that. But just the lack of any approach at the plate. I mean, absolute lack.
Here's Ryan Howard, who has struck out twice tonight. 1 out, 1 on. Shift on defensively for the Nats. The pitch. Howard swings and fouls one back.
I mean, I don't know what it is. If everybody's got it in their head, we got to swing first pitch. Howard's been doing this now for 2 weeks. His first time up, he swung at a ball that was about 8 to 10 inches inside. Probably lucky he didn't foul it. If he did, he probably would have broke a foot or a knee or something.
0-1 the count. Scherzer ready. Here's the pitch. Howard swings and drives it to left field. It's pretty deep. Going backward at the track, at the wall. It's gone. Opposite field home run for Ryan Howard, and the Phillies are back in the ballgame. His 20th home run of the season. It's a 2-run shot for the big piece, and the Phillies now trail by just a run. It's 3-2 Washington.
Very similar pitch to what Franco popped out on, but this went out away from Howard. He didn't try. I mean, he didn't take a big swing, a nice, easy swing, and barreled it up. And he's got the kind of pop that he doesn't have to swing hard.
And Ryan Howard finally getting one off his fellow St. Louis native, Max Scherzer.
That's 26 allowed by Scherzer. Howard's 20th.
That'll bring up Cameron Rupp as the Phillies are down by just a run now. Also with that home run, Howard ties Jeff Kent and Norm Cash for 73rd place on the all-time list. That was number 377 in his major league career. Next up on the list is Matt Williams. Here's Cameron Rupp, and he takes the first pitch a little bit low for ball 1. 1-0 the count. So a 1-run game now here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
And nobody out.
Except for Franco. Pitches down
besides
low.
Franco.
2-0 the count.
Well, he doesn't count.
Why is that?
Because I didn't write it down in the right spot.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's a called strike. Rupp, and to break up the perfect game bid his last time up in the 5th inning. Scherzer had retired the first 13 men in a row before Rupp walked. 2-1. And a check swing foul ball out of play on the first base side. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Scherzer winds and stops. The Phillies with their 8th inning man Hector Neris up in the pen. Here's the pitch to Rupp, swinging a ground ball foul. Third base side. Two and two. And a pitch. Fouled it off. And he is still alive. 10th career 20-homer season, by the way, for Howard. Only Mike Schmidt did it more times as a Philly. 14 times he had 20 or more. Cameron Rupp needs a new bat. Howard, that snapped an 0 for 8. He had been 1 for his last 12 overall. And Phillies needed it in a big way. 2-2 pitch again. And Rupp swings and pops it up. This one on the infield. Coming in for it, Espinoza, and now called off by Rendon left side. And the third baseman makes the catch. Two down. Here's Aaron Altair. What'd you do with my red pen, Larry?
I borrowed it.
For what reason? The pitch is a called strike.
Right there.
Thank you. Scherzer, the 0-1. Altair takes low. Aaron tonight has struck out. He has flied to center. 3-2 ball game. Nationals lead it. Here in the last half of the 7th inning, Scherzer, 83 pitches now on the evening. The 1-1 way outside. 2 balls and a strike. Two and one, the pitch from Scherzer. And that's a strike on the inside corner. And it's 2-2.
It's not where Scherzer wanted it, but it worked out for him. It's a little slider cutter that started in off the plate, came right back to the corner.
2-2. Fouled back. Still 2-2. Scherzer over the top windup, the 2-2 pitch again, and he missed down low, and it's 3-2. Jimmy Paredes waiting on deck. If nothing else, the Phillies have made him work a little bit more in this inning than they have all night.
Yeah.
Scherzer coming off 8 scoreless against Baltimore, throws 6 more scoreless today before the homer by Howard. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got him. And for Scherzer, another strikeout. That is number 9 on the night. Phillies do get on the board.
Mike and Ike, middays 10 till 2 on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
On the road traveling and want to watch your Phillies? Subscribe to MLB.TV Premium for live or on-demand baseball on over 400 devices. Real-time highlights, live look-ins, pitch tracking, and more. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
8th inning. And it's a 3-2 ballgame. Nationals in front. But the Phillies back in this one. 2-run homer by Ryan Howard. Hector Neris will take over on the mound here in the 8th, and he'll face the heart of the order for Washington. It's Daniel Murphy, the league's leading hitter. Takes high for ball 1. He had a double his first time up. He's 1 for 3 tonight. The 1-0. Missed inside. Hector Neris, once again the busiest reliever in the National League, 66th appearance. 3 other relievers were at 65 coming into play today.
I don't know where that last pitch was.
2-0, and that fastball is a little bit low.
Punch a hole in that mask.
Neris with a short little walk off near the back of the mound.
2 pitches he's missed just in this at bat.
And the count is 3-0 on Murphy. Here's the pitch, swung on and skied to right center field. Long run in the alley as Herrera will get there and make the catch. So a 3-0 swing by Daniel Murphy.
According to this tracker, which is generally pretty accurate, it should have been 1-2 instead of 3-0.
And something going on there. Some words there. Daniel Murphy saying something. And Clint Fagan coming out from behind the plate. And looked like Murphy was saying something to Michael Franco, maybe. Not so sure what was going on just there.
Me either.
Franco came into the mound to say something to Hector Neris. Murphy quickly up onto the rail in the Nats dugout. Here's Harper, and he takes low for a ball.
What's Murphy going to do?
One ball, no strikes to count. And the pitch, it is up high. 2-0 the count. Now Rupp is going to go out and talk with Neris, who's thrown 6 pitches. Only 1 has been called a strike. Hector Neris with a 2-0 to Harper. A little bit wide, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Well, Murphy was swinging 3-0. We'll see what Harper's got a mind to do. Doubled homer run of the first inning. He's 1 for 3 tonight. 3-0. And he takes. That's in for a strike. Hector with a 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, what a splitter that was.
Filthy.
And Harper way out in front. Let's go to swing, and the ball's not there. So it's full, 3-2. Payoff pitch. Swung on and skied to left field. Paredes has a play. Waiting on it. Comes in a couple of steps. Makes the catch. So 3-0 on Murphy. And he gets him to fly to center. 3-0 on Harper. Gets a couple of strikes on him. And then He flies out to left. And that'll bring up Anthony Rendon. Franco again over to say something to Hector Neris from third.
I'm really curious to see what that exchange was with whoever it was.
First pitch fastball by Neris, 96 miles an hour. That one's down low. 1-1 the count. The pitch. That's outside. 2-1. Bottom of the 8th inning for the Phillies. It'll be the bottom third of the order. There's nobody warming in the bullpen for Washington. It's Scherzer's game all the way. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Rendon is 0 for 2. He has walked, line to center, and struck out looking. Next pitch swung on, snared at third by Franco. And that will do it for the Nats. 1-2-3. Harris, another score. Paredes leads off against Max Scherzer. First pitch swung on and missed. Changeup to start him off. It's 0-1. Both bullpens very busy at the moment. Paredes, Galvis, and then a pinch hitter for the Phils. Here in this bottom of the 8th inning, Phillies down by a run. Scherzer ready in the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. That slider is biting, and it dives down and in on the left-handed batter. The wind of the 0-2 pitch on the way. Outside. The 18th time this season that Scherzer has gone 7 or more innings.
Wow. The horse. You know, JJ and I were talking about before, and making 30 starts, 7 years in a row?
1-2 pitch is up high.
I mean, just having that guy to count on it. You know, every fifth day that guy's taking the ball. Is really, it makes the manager's job much easier.
2 balls and 2 strikes. Scherzer winds up in the pitch to Paredes. Strike 3 called a fastball. Looked like a pretty good pitch. Paredes strikes out looking for out number 1. That's 10 for Max Scherzer.
Only 1 pitch, and that at bat was in the strike zone.
Here's Freddie Galvis. Galvis, who doubled his last time up. That lost base runner. Who knows how the inning turns out, but that lost base runner looming a little bit larger now.
Yep.
From the 6th inning.
Big time.
Pitch is a called strike. Phillies get a leadoff double in the 6th inning. We're unable to get him home. In fact, unable to get him to third. 0-1.
It's his 48th career
outside
strikeout game. It's his 12th this season, which is a Nationals record.
1-1 pitch. Max Scherzer now shakes off, and Galvis, tired of waiting, he's going to jump out. One swung on and popped up. Murphy backing out into shallow right. He's calling for it. Good thing he's calling for it, because no one else is coming for it. Bryce Harper didn't even move.
Number 19, Tommy Joseph.
And so Tommy Joseph is going to come here and bat for Hector Neris. Joseph as one of the only 2 pinch hit homers this year by a Philly. He is 3 for 14 as a pinch hitter. He takes low for ball 1. Wind up, the 1-0 delivery. Way outside. Nationals got 2 in the first. They got 1 more in the fourth thanks to a walk and a safety squeeze by the pitcher driving the run. That run is the difference in the game. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Scherzer working on the mound a little bit. Trying to firm up that landing spot. One pitch. It's down low, and it's 3-1. So hitters count for Joseph. And you would think if he gets one he likes, a few guys to come off this bench with the ability to tie it up. 3-1 pitch from Scherzer. Swing and a foul ball back. That one at 96 miles an hour on his 101st pitch of the night. Boy, it looked like a middle-in fastball that Ramos wanted outside, but came back to the hitter. 3-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. He got him looking. And Scherzer strikes out his 11th man of the night, and he holds the lead through 8. We're going to the 9th. In the bottom of the 9th inning, it'll be the top of the Phillies order. Hernandez, Herrera, and Franco. Max Scherzer just over 100 pitches. You would think Mark Melanson will at least start to get ready. It'll be Ramos, Zimmerman, and Espinosa here in the top of the 9th for Washington. Ramos 1-1, a 3.62 ERA. Toyota scoreboard tonight in New York. Miami trailing the Mets 5-2. That game in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cardinals leading their game at Milwaukee tonight. In the bottom of the 6th, the pitch. Swing and a miss by Wilson Ramos against Edubray Ramos. The 0-1. Ramos swings and drives it towards center. To his right, Herrera. He'll get it. Making the catch for out number 1. Well, Ramos, as we said, trying to keep it just the 1-run ball game. Bullpen has done its job tonight. Keep it close. And still give him a chance in the 9th. Cubs leading Pittsburgh 3-0. Bottom of the 5th inning. Zimmerman takes high for ball 1. Fastball kind of sailed on Edubray there. The pitch. Foul back over the screen. Ryan Zimmerman walked in the 4th inning, and that turned into a big run. Remember how close Aaron Altair was to catching the ball that Danny Espinosa then hit. It just went off of his glove.
Mistimed his jump just a split second.
Swing and a miss. And Zimmerman had pretty well sold out when the ball was hit by Espinosa.
Right.
So it went from, instead of being a line drive double play that would have ended the inning, it put runners on the corners for Max Scherzer, who then got down a safety squeeze bunt, and that's the winning run right now. Swing and a miss by Zimmerman. And the ball down to the dirt. And even before all of that, it was Eichhoff's third walk of the night, something that he has been doing very little of. Really all season, but especially lately.
Yep.
Walking batters. Here's Danny Espinosa. Three-two ball game. Nationals in front. Ramos delivers and a fastball way in. He jackknifes out of the way of it. 97 miles an hour on that offering. Espinosa has walked, singled, and struck out. 1-0. Breaking ball, fouled back. Tomorrow night, Adam Morgan and Gio Gonzalez. Pair of lefties in the finale. One and one the count. The pitch. Breaking ball bounced towards first. It's foul. Count goes to 1-2. Melanson continuing to fire out there in the Nationals bullpen. 1-2 on the way. Swing and a ground ball right side. It's going to get through for a base hit. They had Howard over near the line, and that ball squeaks through between he and Hernandez.
He missed his pitch. Rupp wanted it up and at the belt and in, and he threw it at the belt, but not over the middle of the plate.
That'll do it for Scherzer as Clint Robinson steps up as a pinch hitter. Here with 2 outs in the ninth. Robinson, he takes high and wide. Remember last night of the ninth inning, the Phillies were down 2-0, but surrendered 2 runs in the top half of the ninth. Took away a save chance from Melanson, but also in a pretty tall order to try to come from 4 runs down in the last of the ninth. The pitch is down low. It's 2-0. The pitch. Swing and a ground ball foul. Well, Max Scherzer tonight with a total of 11 strikeouts. 12th time this season, 48th time in his career he's reached double figures. And the 12 times this year is a new Nationals club record.
Did Murph get a little scared down there?
2-1. A little bit high. I think maybe. Three balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. 3-2. There's a bit of a defensive position there for Murph. Down in the camera well, knocking that ball down. Three-two, runner on the move, and the pitch swung on and missed. He struck him out. So a 2-out single, but no harm done. Man left for the Nats. We're going to the last of the ninth. The Phillies need a run to keep this one alive. They trail 3-0.
Mike and Ike, middays 10 till 2 on Sports Radio 94 WIP.
We go to the last of the ninth. Last chance time for the Phillies here at home. They trail the Nationals 3-2. Phillies broke their 26-inning scoreless drought here at home with a 2-run home run from Ryan Howard tonight in the 7th inning. They need a base runner to try to bring Howard to the plate as the winning run here tonight against Mark Melanson. Easier said than done.
Yeah, but this is still where you go to the plate. You have to have an idea in mind that you're not going to give him an easy out. You're not going to chase stuff. That you're going to look for your pitch. You get behind or you get 2 strikes, different story, and you got to try and fight it off. But go up there with an approach.
Since joining the Nationals, Melanson with 6 saves. He's got a .71 ERA. He's given up 1 run in 12 2/3 innings. He's given up a total of 8 earned runs all season between Pittsburgh and Washington. And he's got 36 total saves. Rendon plays in on the grass at third base. Cesar Hernandez leads it off. He's 0 for 3 tonight. And the first pitch from Melanson, check swing, missed inside. Here's ball 1. Melanson, the windup. Here's the 1-0. That's inside. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Melanson faced Herrera, Franco, and Joseph last night and retired the side in order. Cesar is 0 for 4 lifetime against him. 2-0. Here's the pitch. That's down and in, ball 3. This is the 5th game for Mark Melanson in the last 6 days. Wow. That's maybe pushing the envelope.
Pushing it a little bit.
Especially for a team with a 9-game lead in the division. 3-0. And that one is in for a strike. Melanson has been uber reliable here these last few years. Here's the 3-1. And that's high, ball 4. So the tying run is aboard to start the 9th.
Boy, a leadoff walk in a run game. I don't care how good you've been. Think about that. That can be trouble.
Now to bring up Odubel Herrera. Herrera, who saw Melanson last night, he grounded back to the mound. He's seen him one other time, and that resulted in a home run.
All right. We got a caller.
Are you calling it?
I thought you just called it.
No, I'm just laying out some facts of previous meetings between the two. Double play depth on the infield. And Melanson set of the belt. Good lead for Hernandez in the pitch. It's way inside. Ball 1. Herrera reached on an infield hit in the 7th, and he would score on the Howard home run. Rendon a step in on the grass, just barely on the edge of the grass at third base. Espinosa back a step at short, and over in the hole at second is Murphy. The 1-0. Herrera swings and pulls one foul first base side.
I'd still like to see him take a strike here. And missed his spot. He was trying to backdoor a slider there, threw it down and in. That could be nitro zone for a left-handed hitter.
Now with a strike on the batter, Rendon playing back on the infield dirt by a couple of steps. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. He goes with a fastball over the outside corner. And it's now 1-2. Franco waits next. They play Turner a few steps over towards left center field. Harper remains straight away in right field.
Boy, a huge gap in right center.
Worth also straight away in left. 1-2 the count. The stretch. Melanson ready. And the pitch. Swung on and slapped foul down the third base line. Those are the kinds of things that we saw a lot of from Odubel Herrera early in the season. Slapping balls, staying alive, keeping the at-bat going.
That's one thing, yeah. And we didn't see him like really chasing bad pitches like, I don't know, the last month and a half. We've seen him do things we hadn't ever seen him do before at the plate. Not in a good way, but they're just not seeing the ball for a while, or wasn't, but he was chasing a lot.
3-2, Nationals lead it here in the ninth. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swinging at a bouncing ball, just foul down the third base line. Boy, that had a chance. Took two big hops, but past the bag, it was foul. Melanson has only blown 3 saves this season, but again, as we said, he's been really busy lately. Phillies, when trailing after 8 innings this season, they have exactly 1 victory.
Tonight will be 2.
Now we have a caller. Melanson ready. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball, and he blew it by him.
Boy, really late on that. Don't see that too often.
That'll bring up Michael Franco. Franco tonight, 0 for 3. He's had some really quick at-bats against Scherzer. Now he sees Melanson. He lined to right against him last night. They again play Turner to left center field, so some room in the alley in right center. Tying run at first base, winning run at the plate. A double play would end it.
Yeah, gotta stay out of that.
The stretch by Melanson and the pitch. Swing and a ground ball hit right at the shortstop to second, one on to first. It's low. It's dug out by Zimmerman, and the ball game is over. A double play for the Nationals to end it, and they hang on and beat the Phillies 3-2.
Well,